students are being led to believe that something that is an active, open question has been settled and that you don't need to consider one side anymore. That's the case with Darwinian evolution. And for some of your listeners and viewers, just as kind of a little tidbit of why you should be skeptical, why you should not think this is settled, and that is that mutations, which of course are the fodder for Darwinian evolution, changes, mutations, variations. Mutations are changes in molecules, in DNA and the proteins that DNA codes for. Science has not even been able to look in sufficient detail at the molecular level of life, at the sequence of DNA, to see what mutations were being selected until the past 20 or so years. Your own field of bioinformatics is a really new field. And it's only in that area and other associated science that the question of the scope of Darwin's theory will be decided. Nobody denies that tiny changes can happen. Things like the sickle cell mutation, for example. Tiny changes in pre-existing systems can happen. Birth defects can happen, of course. But the question is, can this step-by-step blind mechanism that Darwin proposed build complex structures such as we find in the cell? And again, it's only been in the past 2 decades that science has even been able to start to investigate that question. So there's the folks who say they are sure that Darwin's theory is true are simply misled by the spirit of the age.